Hello everyone, my name is Dominono and welcome back to Sunless Sea. We just put in at Frostfound Port. Towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice, raised and spun like an architect's honey dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but a pitiable encampment squats by the dock. Fair enough. Engaged officer, tireless mechanic. The tireless mechanic has had enough of Frostfound. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. So glad to see a ship at last. Ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer, finest you'll ever hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have children. Too busy. Usually busy. Increases veils and fuel efficiency. Well, that seems reasonable. I don't have an engineer. Yeah. I've got space, and 20 echoes. Take tea with the squatters at the dock? Yeah, that's the only thing that costs, so I'll bring you on. Fine. Spot of rust, spot of rust. Soon see to that. You there, help me with the spot of rust. Okay. Dragging from the officers to the thing. Fair enough. Cost me 20 echoes. I'm okay with that. Congratulations, you're now my chief engineer. Veils and fuel efficiency. Delightful. Invite him to dine, and I'll take some supplies, but his taste is Spartan, he eats a little, drinks only water, barely sleeps at all, so you need only lay a simple table. Increase your veils with a secret, and that's pretty much it. Okay. I mean, I could spend some supplies and do that, but, I have no idea, when we'll next be putting into decent port. Yeah, this place doesn't sell anything. We need to get somewhere that sells fuel soonish. Sugar, honey, iced tea. That's going to go nuts. What else can we find in Frostfound? Take tea with the squatters. Ask the squatters about the castle. You notice they avoid looking at it directly. Right, so as long as something awaits me, I can pick one of these. I can't enter it until my mirrors are high enough. Okay, let's get a report quick. Not all are Iremi or Withen. There's the odd researcher, the occasional deranged ice sculptor, and now and then a very cold, very sad rubbery man. But for now, the most part, an atmosphere of friendly rivalry reigns. Didn't mean to add a now into that last sentence, pardon me. Solid, well, I'll take a port report. Every port report is more money, and more money means more fuel, which means that I can go get more port reports. I suppose. But then there's also the extra getting cool things every so often. Ask them about the castle, or have tea with them. I mean, if I ask them about the castle, then they'll just tell me some shit, but I don't know, tea seems reasonable. Some of them wear the robes of Iremi riddle fishers. Some look like Withen folk, but even more ragged, and they do seem a little more practical than either of those peoples. A surprisingly warm welcome. We're keeping the steps for the game of truths, the helpful riddle fisher explains as she fills your cup for the third time. Every year the people of Irem and Wither meet here for... She pauses. Contests. She finished vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. You spend a pleasant few hours while the tea is supplemented from Iremi liquors, pale Withen beer, and something the riddle fisher describes blandly as snake cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough to spare, the riddle fisher grins. From time to time a captain gets lost and comes up here, and we always feel bad for them. Well, thank you for feeling bad for me. I needed that. Gained the supplies, gained a fuel, that's fine. And lost some terror. Delightful. Can't enter the door until I have enough mirrors, and I need almost double of what I've currently got. Fair enough, I guess we're done here then. Since I just picked up extra supplies that we are about to need to eat though. Fine. Let's take off. Zebat, tell me, is there anything around here useful? Bright is some distance to the northeast, huh? Yeah? Say right around the same side of the island. Oh, hello. Khan's Glory is right here. If anywhere looks like a place that might sell supplies, it's this. House of Ancestors? That's a big old cannon. Hello? Yes, discovered a wolf. Delightful. Yeah, this looks like a place that would have supplies for ships, for sure. Hello? Is there a port anywhere in here? In fact, this looks like a military installation. Would I even be welcome here? Maybe not, but... Hey, it's got a port, so maybe best we find out. Khan's Heart, Eagle, Wolf, Tortoise, Leopard. Okay. What are you, Brave Star? Khan's Glory. Here are the palaces of the Khan and his court, each a fortress to itself. Sleek lords and ladies in belted robes breakfast on balconies. An unlikely antelope peeks at you from a park. Guns rotate easily on motorized gimbals. Offer a gift to the leopard. The royal clan of the Khan. Oh. I don't have any coffee. Leopard's condescension? The condescending leopard. Petition for access. Offer a gift to the Timon. Plead your case with the Timon. Cruise past the palaces. That seems to be the only thing I can do right now. Khan's glory has a steely beauty, but the clan lords are ever suspicious of spies, and those gun emplacements are vigilant. A Khanate gunboat passes the harbour mouth twice. An officer in a red and gold uniform scrutinises you through a spyglass. Let's save it for another time. Okay. Clearly I am unwelcome in this place. But will you sell me anything? No. Well, shit. Darn. I guess we're on our way out of here then. Quite a lot to this place though. I guess we're going up this way again. Oh, whoops. I docked again. My bad. We really need some fuel or we're going to have to start burning our supplies. Clearly, I need to start like doubling up on fuel when I get it. Oh well, live and learn I suppose. I like how there are big like horse statues over the Abora Gate. Like even though it's a fucking like ocean fortress. Like the Khan still has some fondness for horses. Like he's a fucking Dothraki. Anything else nearby other than the ones on my map? That's a Khanate gunboat, so I don't really want to fuck with that. A Khanate water... Oh no, are we not sort of like friendly with these? I mean, they let me in. They didn't blow me the fuck away. Alright, look, I'm leaving, okay? I'm leaving. I'm going. Sorry. My bad. Fuck's sake. I'll tell you what, at this rate, A sailor raises her head, sniffs sharply. Blood on the wind. Delightful. I'll tell you what though, if we don't find a place with some decent amount of fuel soon, we might end up having to just burn everything we've got to get further that way until we find something reasonable. I don't understand. Where was the port that it mentioned? Was it just the island? Great. What the hell is that? Something else. Delightful. Ugh. Snow, fog, some sort of coral reef. Oh, I need to find me an island. This must be Void's approach. The air crackles with frosty radiations. To the north, the full stars fail in the darkness. What's that? Mount Nomad. Well, you know what? Maybe I won't fuck with any sort of sea beast that's large enough to be considered a mountain. Not right now. I couldn't even fight that fucking moth. Part of me feels like I am far beyond where I should be to find this stuff. See you later. I don't want any. I don't want none. No, I don't want none. Fucking hell. I dream of one day finding a... God damn it, it's getting dark. Bat, listen, okay? I know that you're only a fucking bat, but could you please find me a place full of goodies? Or at the very least, something. You know, I'd settle for a place with fuel. Oh, bloody hell, now what? Okay, it's class Corvette. Delightful. I fucking missed. You just threw up a flare. I see. Which means you're probably bringing, like, more to me in a moment. Ow, fuck. Actually, you're fairly strong. Fuck you. Fuck you and you. Oh god, yeah, there's a fucking, like, raider thing coming that way. Fuck this gay earth. Nah, see you later. Ow, Jesus. Great. Fucking pirate bullshit. Yeah, fuck you. Hello. Nuncio. Fine, I'll take it. I'll take anything at this point. I'll take it. God damn it, my fuel is disappearing and I'm being attacked by a pirate that I have no business fighting. All things considered, this is looking rough. Well, this place is a big dumb statue, which means it probably sucks, to be honest. Fuck off already. Thank you. Bloody things. Ugh. Fighting fast ships, fighting strong ships, and now I'm out of fuel. So fucking Mookmaster's Haven here better have something nice. Desperate measures. Very little remains to you, but if you're lucky, perhaps there's something you can use. 50-50 chance with some supplies. Make a sacrifice to Storm, the god in the roof, angriest of the three. Make a sacrifice to Stone. Wounds no more than that. Defiant. Stone's attention. I have the attention of Stone and Salt, so I could make a sacrifice to them. Interesting, but for now, yeah, look at that, I can buy some. No sacrifices today, folks, sorry. But for now, Nuncio. Taciturn functionaries walk the docks in the uniforms of postmen. An enormous crowned statue casts a chilling shadow. The shadows gleam with rat's eyes. Their ceaseless chittering rolls like the tide. Go to the postman's tavern. The Inky Blotter, it's called. Sign doesn't look like much. Explore along the beach. There's a long stretch of shale dotted with washed-up kegs and barrels and smaller flotsam. Assemble a port report. Learned in postal secrets, no more. Cultivating friendships with postmen, no more than 0. Okay, so may not be very familiar with the yet, we can provide a preliminary overview. Sure, why not? There's the statue in the middle of the island, that's hard to miss. There's the way everyone wears a uniform and the way they call each other by their ranks in the postal service. There's the way the port authorities refer to regulations. There's the jargon, the curious habit of referring to any used-up thing as cancelled. And though the whole world were made of stamps. As though the whole world was made of stamps. You write about a vestigial bureaucracy and about trappings of order retained far from home. Delightful. The Inky Blotter, it's called. You know what, maybe I should, buy some fuel now. I'm gonna need at least, at least as many as I can buy in order to get back to London. Great. Explore the beach. The rocks slip and slither underfoot, but you keep your balance. Every lap of the waves drags up some new letter or parcel. The face of the water is dotted with them as far as you can see in its blackness, carried by a powerful current. Argue with the man holding a broom. Assist the man holding a broom. Refuse a ticking parcel. It says refused by recipient. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, maybe I won't do that. Have your writer's favour taken looking at the ticking parcel? Maybe I won't do that. I don't have one, for a start. It's kind of weird how it includes things that are just, locked. But I guess the point is to tell you what you could bring here to look at later, or something. I haven't learned anything here, really. Argue with the man holding a broom. He's determined. He keeps shoving letters into the sea. The sea keeps shoving them back. Assist the man. Both of you together still won't achieve anything, but maybe he'd feel better. Sure. In the long term, what you're doing won't make the slightest bit of difference. Every sodden bit of paper you fling out to sea will come back in a few hours. But for now, you manage to clear a little patch of shore, a few feet on each side. The stones are bare as they should be. Your companion turns his head towards the sound of your work and gives you a little nod. Okay. Learn in the postal secrets. Aware of flotsam and jetsam. You are now have a newcomer, Nuncio, cultivating friendships with postmen. Okay. I could still take this if I wanted. It's a ticking parcel, so I don't know. It's probably a bomb. I'll probably explode. This is a tough challenge. Try it, why not? Yeah, failed. Try again later, maybe. It's no use. A few hours of exploration, squinting out to sea and flinging shiny floats into the water produces no better understanding than before. I can try again, though? Just offhand? What does that cost me? Just time? Is that it? I don't know. Oh, I succeeded this time, though. You make a complete circuit of the island. The whole shoreline is alike, all of it covered in debris, all of it washing steadily inland from every direction. Not the work of some directional current, it's more as though the whole Unterzee were draining into Nuncio. Except, of course, that force did not affect your ship when you came this way. It does not stop ships leaving. Evidently, it only works on the post. Figures. Finished here for now. Yes, I think I am. I imagine if I keep trying that thing and fail too many times, like maybe something terrible will happen. For now, I'll accept winning one and losing one. Check out the tavern. Warmer inside than it looks. Faces turn in your direction, but no one seems surprised to have a new arrival on the island. Lit by 2 roaring fires, one at either end of the room. Bartender is in a postman's uniform, like almost all of the patrons. A noseless postal inspector called Blunt Thomas delivers the drinks, clears tables, stacks the firewood. Listen in on postal tall tales. Fishermen brag about fish that got away. Postmen brag about hard deliveries. Yeah, well, you brag about what you do. No more than 3. Fair enough. Ask why the local currency consists of rats. 2 strings of rats for a pint of ale, 3 strings for wine, 5 for the tolerable brandy under the bar. How strange. Ask why the hairless postwoman is hairless. Legacy of some interestingly explosive package, maybe. Ask about the big statue. Ask how they occupy themselves all day. Must more than miss. Could one of them know why the letters wash ashore? Why is the hairless postwoman hairless? No, she says, curt, not pleased you asked. Still had eyebrows when I came to Nuncio. The postman at the next bench diverts you, speaks in a low voice. Lots of people find habits when they can't deliver the post anymore. This one has a plucking habit. Best learn not to notice. You glance up. The hairless postwoman is still glaring at you. Oh, I lost one. Damn. Darn. Oh, what if I listen to some tales? Amazing what you get for a penny, Stamp. Delicate bottles lowered down chimneys on a rope. Do not fold under any circumstances. Letters curled through a narrow slot. Rattling, groaning crates brought back to the same address every day for 22 days running. The windows they pried open, the servants they bribed, the delivery surcharges they paid out of their own salaries just to get rid of one more packet. It is hard to tell which they hate more, the senders of mail or the recipients. Stands to reason, if the message was a welcome one, they'd tell the other fellow in person. Reflects the hairless postwoman. Had I known it was her speaking, I would have given her voice. My bad. Still, I gave me friendliness a bit. Why does the currency consist of rats? The hairless postman at the end of the bar smiles mirthlessly, or maybe it's just the lack of eyebrows that does it. Long enough to carry the things around, you'll get into the habit, she says. Then she tells you that if you stay out late enough, you'll see some of the postmen making a procession to the centre of the island, stringing up rats around the statue like Yuletide decorations in prayer to an ancient deity of this place. From the coughing and choking elsewhere in the pub, you guess this is a story they often tell to newcomers. Fair enough. Ask about the big statue? Oh, that. It's all of us, isn't it? Sort of the spirit of the island. Most of them don't seem trouble for more than explanation than that, though the house postwoman tells you it didn't always look like a fallen London postman at all. They used to have a different face and a more old-fashioned outfit. Fair enough. I've now claimed a total of 3. Delightful. How they occupy themselves all day? Big building, centre of town, hard to miss. You can work there too if you want. It's not clear whether this is a generous offer or a threat. Invited to serve, and I'm now accepted by the locals. Delightful. Ask to borrow a uniform? Do I really want to join this weird postal service? I suppose, like, maybe they could give me, like, more money and shit. That'd be nice. But for the time being, I could do with getting back to London, and at that point, then I might as well follow up by doing some port reports of the other places that I went to last time, and then maybe making a trip back out to the fucking... well, actually, I could make a trip to the sisters on my way back out. Either way, I'm looking at a slog back to London for the time being. Maybe ask them, why do they wash ashore here? Why is this place the focal hub of any and all postage? It's the pull, they tell you. Dead letters are like so many iron fillings, drawn to Nuncio. See for yourself, suggests the hairless postman. Go down to the shore, collect up a bunch of what's washed there, and you'll feel it soon enough. Saves time for the rest of us. Says another voice. Apparently beach scavenging is a civic duty hereabouts, like working in the dead letter office. Nuncio hasn't changed because it's higher than 3, and occurrence. Now familiar with the pull. Worker in dead letters hasn't changed because it's higher than 0. Gain 10 fragments. Why the postman came here? Sure, why not? Why is this postal island a postal island? All unhappy postmen are alike. Their stories have different beginnings. Boredom, frustration, a fellow who was overwhelmed by guilt after a misdelivery. But they always end the same way. Undeliverable letters and parcels accumulating over months and years. attempts to ignore the undeliverable, to shove it into a desk or carry it in the bottom of the bag, an increasing preoccupation with these items. Finally, a decision to meet the compulsion to go to Nuncio and be rid of last of the remnants. The postmen do not bring the dead letters to Nuncio, the letters bring the postman. Delightful. Gain 10 fragments. That's fine. Interviewer of postman. Well, I'm making progress on this thing. Sure, I'll borrow a uniform, why not? Look but not touch. They're polite, even apologetic about your request. You're welcome here and welcome to take shifts at the Dead Letter office, but you cannot wear the uniform unless you were a postal employee back in full in London. Regulations. Blunt Thomas lets you have a look at his uniform jacket, at least. Neat stitching, gilded buttons, a thin but dignified circle of braid at the collar. Inside, a patch that goes over the heart, stitched with 6 red letters. You can't read it, but it makes your eyes itch and your scalp feel like burning. Delighted. Well, I guess that's it for this place. I have enough fuel. I have another officer that I set out with. I think I can probably make it back to London. But, to be honest, I think that's where I'm going to leave you. I've shown off like a fair amount, like what I think is a reasonable amount of what can be expected of Sunless Sea. Strange things, oddities, cool little stories and narrative, which I like quite a lot. Like I can't think offhand of a game I've played like this, and I'm definitely going to play this I'm definitely going to play this more to myself, because 6 episodes already feels like quite a bit. Like I can already tell that this is probably not going to be something that a lot of people will enjoy, but you know, the ones who do will, and that's alright then. Plus, I enjoyed this, and I enjoyed making the videos, so it's fine. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next series.